Hi, this is Rachelle with Scrapcraftastic. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to attempt to use the reusable dashboard basics to make a shaker dashboard. This was my initial attempt. It isn't quite right because, as you can see, the contents are going all the way to the edge. The frame is not holding them in. I mean, theoretically it works, but I wanted to make it better. So I'm going to bring you along with me as I play around with making it better. Okay, so I've spent some time cutting out various frames. Basically what I did was just use the insert size of my traveler's notebook. This one happens to be, this is a Mystics Little Gifts traveler's notebook, and it's a personal size. So personal size is my go-to size. So that's 3 3/4 by 6 3/4. So I cut out 2 pieces. You'll need 2 frames for this. With this one, I left an inch thick frame, and I kind of like that. And I mean, once you get the hang of this, you can fancy it up all you want. Like I could do like a double frame here. This is what I used in the sample that I just showed you, and it's just a 1/2 inch. Anyway, so those are 2 different frame styles, and then I thought that I wanted something even a little fancier. So these are just leftover pieces that I'll probably use to make other stuff in my notebook. So I'm going to work with these 2 because I like this little fancy shape. I want to do something a little different. And I'm going to probably make this cut file for this shape available on my website. If I do, then I will leave a link below. These are just leftover pieces of laminate pouches from my experiments over the weekend, and I think this one is actually the size that I need. Yes, it is. Okay, the secret to this is the laminate pouch goes in the inside part, that part that makes the pouch, where you take the laminate and flip it inside out. This is the inside part. So the 2 shiny sides need to face each other. This goes in the frame like this. Now what I did before was just place that in there and and place this on top, put all of this in the laminate pouch and run it through. And what that does is it leaves these 2 sides open, and that's why the glitter and sequins and everything was going all the way out to the edge. So in order to alleviate that problem, I am going to seal these 2 together. Now, how am I going to do that, you may ask? This one you need a few more craft supplies to do. You'll need some double-sided tape. I've tried it with the glue, and that was a disaster because the glue just bleeds into the center. Even no matter how little of an amount you use, it's still going to seep into your frame, your clear frame area, the open area. Okay, so what I'm going to do is trim these pieces down so that they are very closer to the edge of the left and right sides of the frame, like this. So we're just going to leave a very small space. Then I need to take a piece of tape and tape these down into place so that it also seals this edge here. so that nothing will fall out. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. The top and bottom, the bottom, you need to do the same thing on the bottom. The top, I will, let's just say it this way. Because of the way this frame is, I'm going to do it all the way around. I want my top edge to be able to, the seal to be broken, but I also don't want the laminate all the way to the edge, because when we finish, we're going to glue the two pieces of cardstock together up there. That's going to be our way of sealing everything in, because we're going to break the seal, put our shaker material in, then seal it back with double-sided tape, a nice strong double-sided tape. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop talking about it and get started. This is where we're going to put our double-sided tape. I'm going to use score tape. I don't think I can get away with using my 1/2-inch tape, even though I would like to. I don't know. Let's give it a shot. So I'm going to, yeah, just tape down. Oops. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. Because this is slippery and I want it to be precise as possible, I'm going to take a small piece of washi tape to hold this in place while I do the major work. So I'm going to make this the top. So I'm going to move this down just a little bit. And I'm going to put a little piece of washi tape to kind of hold everything in place. Okay. Now I'm going to use my double-sided tape, and I'm not even going to go all the way to the top. The whole purpose is to seal these two pieces of laminate to the frame. So I'm going to run a piece across the bottom. Now, because of the shape of this, oh, I did that crooked. Oh, gotta leave it. Because of the shape of this, some of the shaker material will fall down into this area, but I'm okay with that because I'd rather have the fancy shape. And again, I'm making sure that I seal this shaker pocket. And you really don't need to go any higher. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure I got my tape down good. Everything is lined up. Is anything hanging over? So this is what it looks like. And again, this is the dull, sticky side on the outsides. Make sure to take this little piece of washi tape off that we use to hold everything in place. So remove that, then put your frame on. See, I'm kind of figuring this out as I show it to you. This is something I've been thinking about for a while, and I just couldn't come up with a way to make it work. So, okay. Now, clip those together. Make sure everything is lined up the way you want it before you start taking off your tape. And still I'm lining up my 2 frames. This is probably too big for this job, but yeah, it's got to come off. Okay, then we're going to take the bottom piece off. And this other side. And close it up. So now basically you already have a pocket. So now I'm going to go ahead and get the other pocket ready. You can do a frame in both sides if you want, but I am choosing not to do it that way. It's easier. I'm going to see if this piece of laminate, yes, I can use it for my other pouch. So I'm going to trim that up to the size that I need. And this is why if you have large pieces left over, you should save them because you might be able to use them. So this will be my other pouch. And we're going to do it frameless. So, just like you do with the regular reusable, you put your pieces in, line them up. Remember on the other pouch to turn them inside out, shiny side in, line it up. Make sure that the part that you left open is at the top. Now we're ready to laminate. Just folding it over while it's still kind of warm. Okay, make sure you keep in mind what side is the top piece. That's important. So I'm going to go ahead, and that's probably the first part you want to do is when you first do it is go ahead and break the seal, because doing it this way, it does matter where the top is. Okay, so let's make sure, yes, this is our top bit. So this is the part where we are going to seal after we put our shaker contents in. So I'm just going to go ahead and trim up the rest. Okay, so now we can just put our shaker contents in. But before you do, just open that up as best as you can. I'm going to go ahead and put a small piece of the double-sided tape inside. Let's go ahead and figure out how big of a piece I need. And this is the hard part of this, is getting this tape in here lined up properly. That is why I rather do this before I put the shaker contents in. And this is why you leave your laminate. Don't let the laminate touch, come all the way to the top, because the double-sided tape won't stick permanently to the laminate, but it will stick permanently to the cardstock. So you kind of have to play with it to get it in there. Just cut off the excess tape. Still trying not to break that seal. There we go. Okay, so we got our tape in there. We got our way to seal it once it is full of the shaker contents. Okay. Now let's put the goodies in. Let's see. Oops. So here are my sequins and some beads. And I also bought some more sequins over the weekend, so I am outgrowing this box. Let's see. These are from the Dollar Tree, of course. And I have some new ones, but I'll save those for when I do my haul video. Oh, these are falling out. Oh, shoot. I don't really want to do snowflakes. I'll just use the rest of these. Okay, so we got, I call this bubblegum. I don't know why. These iridescent sequins are going to go in here. I'm just going to put all of them. And just a little hint, which I didn't do it, you might want to take a dryer sheet and just rub across your laminate pouch, inside pouch. I think that's supposed to help with some of the static cling. I just didn't think to tell you before you did it. You can still do it now. Okay. So that's it. Then I usually try to put a few, I wish I had some white beads, but I have these. Put a few beads in. That helps keep things moving around in there. And it gives you more of a shake noise. And where are my butterflies? I have some butterflies too. We'll put a couple of those in there. I think I'll go with the blue and the silver. I think I'll put a few more beads. That might help things move a little better. Put some of these. Just a pinch. And a pinch of these. Just really tight in there. Okay, so I'm going to call that good. I'm okay with that. I'm happy with that. Now, all I have to do is remove the tape, the backing of the tape, and seal my pouch. And I am going to burnish for good measure. Main thing is to make sure that tape goes all the way across or meets the tape that's on the inside, so you don't have any sequin or bead leakage. And there you have it. Now you could put a background, you could put some die cuts in there. I've considered that. I just didn't have any already cut. There's lots of things you can do with it. But yeah, there you have it. And of course you would cut your back panel design. Let's see, what do we want to put in there? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. All right. Let us put it in the pouch. Just get rid of some of these scraps. Okay, so that fits. Do I want it? I want it to face the other way. And let's find another piece to put in here. So there you have it. Everything is done. The shaker is sealed. You have your reusable pocket in the back or front, however you set it up. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and round these corners as well. And I'm just going to use the scissors to do that. And then I'm going to use my corner rounder to give a little, make a little indentation in the spine area so that the bands have somewhere to rest and it's not so much pressure on it. Just fold that little corner and slide it into here. So it rounds it, so it looks like that when you open it up. I gave this kind of a wide spine. This is a little stuffed and I have a jump band that's not acting right, but you get the idea. Here it is, lining it up. And this is what it looks like. Here's the back piece. And there's the shaker. So that is it. This is really getting stuffed. If you have any questions, please leave them below. And that's it for now. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.